This week's Town Talk brings Pembroke Town Administrator Ed Thorne back to our set. Welcome back, Ed.
Julie, it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have you. Summer is here, almost. Spring is here. Memorial Day is right around the corner, and we wrapped up town meeting in Pembroke in one night.
Right. It's been kind of a tradition the last 10 or 11 years to go one night.
Which is great.
Absolutely. I think
great.
everybody was really pleased that that we wrapped it up in one evening.
Yep. Now, there were a few big items on the town meeting agenda. Let's talk about marijuana. How did that turn out?
Well, the ban to ban recreational marijuana in Pembroke, which did not. Let's go back to the general election in November. That ballot question number 4 failed in Pembroke. Therefore, with that kind of momentum, we had an article at town meeting, a general bylaw to ban recreational marijuana, and that passed at town meeting. And then, of course, a couple of days later at the town election, it also passed at the ballot box.
So there will be no recreational sales of marijuana in the town of Pembroke.
That's correct.
For the foreseeable future.
Right.
Okay. Does that affect? That does not affect medicinal marijuana.
It doesn't affect medicinal marijuana, but those decisions are up to the Board of Selectmen, and they've already turned down one proposal.
Right, and that all depends on where it's going to go. Okay.
That's correct.
Municipal inspections article. Can you just explain what that was and how that turned out?
Yeah, this was real important for the town to make that decision. What it does is it combines 4 departments into one large department, and actually it provides clerical support for the Zoning Board of Appeals, the Conservation Commission, the Board of Health, and the Building Department.
Right, and it's all about inspections.
It's all about inspections, that's correct. And it allows one-stop shopping for our citizens, and it allows citizens to come in and not have to worry about one of those 4 offices being closed because somebody is either sick or on vacation.
Right. So you're sharing admin, really, administrative.
That's right. There'll be a lot of cross-training.
Right, which is great. The library, the director of the library, the police chief, and the fire chief all had some capital items that they had put. The articles were on the agenda, but they all agreed to take them off until the fall.
Yeah,
Can you speak to that?
We had a series of budget meetings with all our departments, and we explained to them what the condition of the town's finances were, and they agreed. I mean, they're great team players.
They are.
A lot of our department heads live in town, so they understand the consequences of stretching the budget, beyond its capability, and so they understood it, and and we're hoping that in the fall we can satisfy some of their requests.
Right. So it's going to be another interesting town meeting in the fall.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we won't be spending as much on snow and ice as we did, the last couple of years. So
we hope.
Yeah.
And we did pass a $65 million budget, and that is now in the books.
That's correct.
Okay. The solar field is now completed?
Yeah, they're pretty much done with all the construction there, and now they'll be working with National Grid to tie into the system, and hopefully we'll be up and running sometime in the middle of the summer.
Which is great. And the solar field, which is on the old landfill area, which we capped over, we're going to get $100,000 in taxes. We're going to get $76,000 in rent per year, and we're going to save $250,000 in our electric bill.
Yeah,
every year. That's incredible.
We use about 5 million kilowatts of electricity a year, including the schools, and the 2 big users are the schools and our water department, because the wells that we have in town, are powered by electricity.
Sure. Yep.
And so those are going to be the big savings. We're going to about 80% of all the electricity that town departments use will come from that facility.
That's just great. And it's green, and it's good for the environment, and we're saving money, and it's a win-win-win.
And actually, we're looking at another site to power the additional 1 million kilowatts that we have that we won't be able to get from the facility on Habermock.
I'm all for it. And the Memorial Day Parade, which is this upcoming Monday, is starting at 10 a.m. And it's a different route this year?
It's a different route at a different time. And, for years, it's been 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the parade would go down Mattakesa Street, from the Furnace Pond area all the way to the center of town. With the construction on Route 14,
We can't do it.
You know, we decided that it would be a lot safer for everybody if we just use Route 36.
Yeah.
So we'll start
Yep.
at the Arrow Restaurant,
Which is
and
the
go
Arrow
north,
Restaurant, which is the 300 Center Street, and you're going to go to the.
and just go north
to
on
the center.
36 to the center of
Okay,
town.
great. So it'll be shorter.
And
More
earlier.
direct and earlier.
And 10 o'clock
Okay.
as opposed
We
to
hope the
1.
weather's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, Ed. As always, a bevy of information. Until
Thank
next
you very
time.
much.